Guys, Dan here again, and in today's video I'm going to be bringing you guys some product research. Now I am traveling right now. I'm currently in Norway, and I pretty much travel every single month. One of my biggest dreams was to be able to make passive income while traveling, and now I'm able to do that, and I've been able to do that for a while now because I pursued passive income and I figured out how to make money online. And one of the ways was through Amazon FBA, and so I decided to do some product research today. And right now I'm in this Airbnb, so that's kind of my whole filming situation, and I decided to do some product research for my Amazon FBA business. And I figured, you know what, why not just record it, turn the camera on, and maybe we'll find some awesome products together. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I have a lot of product research videos on my channel. If you haven't watched any of those, I highly recommend you watch some of those. This one, of course, right now it's September 9, 2018. So this one's obviously, the most up to date for product research. Now, the reason why I love putting out product research videos is because, so many people struggle with product research. So many people struggle with finding that perfect product to launch on Amazon, to start their Amazon FBA business. And that's why I know how valuable it is to have someone that you can watch and you can follow along, the methods, the steps, and things like that. So yeah, I'm super happy to be bringing to you guys this video, and let's go ahead and get started. So we are going to use Jungle Scout, and Jungle Scout isn't anything new, but it's been the tool that I've used since the beginning of my Amazon FBA business, and I've been doing it for a while now, and I haven't switched over to any other tool. Some people and some YouTubers, they've switched between tools, and that's partly because of the tool and partly because they just want better affiliate commissions and things like that. But I've stood by Jungle Scout since the very beginning, and in my opinion, why fix it if it ain't broke, right? The quote. So Jungle Scout is what I use, and I highly respect the tool, and as well as the CEO, Greg Mercer, who I personally know, and I've personally recorded a video with him as well, so you guys can check that out also. But with Jungle Scout, you're going to need the web app as well as the Chrome extension. One of them, so the Chrome extension, you purchase that once, and then the web app, you purchase that on a month-to-month basis, and I highly recommend just getting it for the months that you need to do product research. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's fire up Jungle Scout right here. All right, so now we are in the Jungle Scout web app, and this is what it looks like. And so a lot of you have seen this already, but a lot of you as well have not. And a lot of you are just starting out. So that's why I'm going to make this as easy as possible for you guys. And I'm going to show you the exact filters that I'm going to use here and the strategies and like the way of thinking, because most importantly, it's how you interpret the results. Even if I give you the exact filters, there's still a certain way of thinking that you have to kind of adapt in order to find awesome products to sell on Amazon. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be searching on the American marketplace. Now, you can do any marketplace, and one of the biggest mistakes that I made with my Amazon FBA career is that I started with Amazon Canada, and I didn't realize that with Amazon Canada, it's a much smaller market. So the population is a tenth of the United States. So in the United States, there's about, 380 million, maybe 390 million now. But in Canada, it's less than 1/10 of that. So it's about like 38 million. And so the bad part about that is that you would think that the demand in Canada would be 1/10 because the population is 1/10. But in reality, the demand is actually 1/100th. From what I've noticed from me selling on Amazon Canada after becoming successful on Amazon USA, my products only make about 1 to 2% of what I'm making on Amazon USA. So my golden rule for marketplaces is if you're from one of these countries, and if you are, if you know German, if you know Spanish, if you know French, then obviously you can make awesome listings in these languages, which is awesome. That really sets you apart. However, the demand in these countries is smaller. So what I recommend doing is start with your marketplace, try to find a product using what I'm going to show you in this video, and then if you can't find a product, then just go ahead and switch to the US marketplace, because the US marketplace just allows a lot more room for error if you do choose a failing product, or if you do choose a product that won't do so well. On the American marketplace, at least it's just going to sell out over time, and it's going to sell maybe 3 to 4 units a day, and eventually you're going to run out of your stock anyway, because you haven't ordered, if it's your first order, you're not ordering 1,000 units anyway. You're probably going to order 200, 300 units, right? So with the United States marketplace, you really can't go wrong, but with the other ones, they're way less competitive. So you got to decide. But in this video, we're going to do the American marketplace. And the categories that we're going to choose are, let's do baby, beauty, and personal care. This used to be gated, which means it used to have to actually get like an application to unblock yourself from it. That was a while back when I was first starting, but it's not gated. It hasn't been gated for a while. So beauty and personal care, and then we'll also do health and household, home and kitchen. Industrial and scientific has a lot of interesting things if you're up for that. And then office products, patio, lawn and garden. This one's more seasonal. Pet supplies, sports and outdoors, tools and home improvement. And let's see what else we're missing here. We can do arts and crafts and sewing. And then yeah, I wouldn't really touch these ones. So these categories here are typically the best for private labeling. And you can also do toys and games, but I find it's just so competitive, right? Any of these things can be competitive. You just got to know where to look. All right, so now for the filters. There is a lot of different ways we can go about this. You can either go for the lower price products, but those typically are the ones that are the most competitive. And obviously, if you've got a limited starting budget, you're not going to be able to afford a product that you can sell at $100 or $200, because right now, that gap right there, that marketplace where you're selling products between $50 and $250, that's where the most opportunity is, because the ones that get to selling at that point have already become successful at selling their first product that was at a lower price, maybe at $15 or $20, and they were sourcing it on Alibaba, which is the Chinese website that we source from, for maybe $1, $2, $3, $4. And so that's why I'm going to show you guys both, but right now we're going to get started with the lower priced items. So let's go ahead and do $14.67, and then max price we're going to do, let's do like a $34.98. And so I like revenue. A lot of people do sales, but I like revenue. Don't know why, it's just a personal preference. So I recommend doing revenue, but it's up to you. If you want to follow along with this video, then I highly recommend you do revenue. So for the minimum revenue, we're looking for maybe $7,998. Max revenue, we'll do $32,889. And then for the minimum reviews, we're going to leave that at about maybe 5. The reason why anything below 5 is not good like it used to be is because I've noticed that, especially recently, if you find products that have a super high revenue, like super high, and then the reviews are below 5, typically those products are either being launched, which kind of fools Jungle Scout into thinking that they're making a lot of money. And so there's a very easy way to tell if they don't have a lot of reviews, if it's like 2 or 3 reviews, and if they're literally selling $90,000 a month, I highly doubt that that's, that it's an actual product selling that much, because they don't even have that much in stock. First of all, it's a test order and they've only gotten maybe a couple reviews, right? The real magic on Amazon happens when you hit the double digits. All you need is the double digits. Once you hit 10 reviews, 15 reviews, 20 reviews, that's when you're pretty much set and you can compete with products that have 1,000 reviews, no problem. So it's not like you need 1,000 reviews or anything like that. So for the max reviews, we'll do 677. Actually, we'll do 899. And then for the max weight, we'll do 3.215. And the reason for that, by the way, all these random numbers, I've always been doing this. The reason why we always want to put random numbers that we come up from the top of our head is because this lets us go that extra step forward, while the rest of the people, the rest of the beginners, the rest of the people that really aren't taking action, they're just kind of like, trying to get rich quick, trying to find a product overnight and maybe doing like 30 minutes of product research. They're not taking this seriously. Guys, the thing is, entrepreneurship is a way of life. All right. When you're committing to entrepreneurship, you're committing to a brand new lifestyle. Like, as you can see, I'm traveling right now, but I'm still working on expanding my online business, and I'm still making this video for you guys because I've got an audience and I've got loyal subscribers and I've got my Amazon FBA business to run and to expand. So it's really a way of life. And in the back of your mind, you're always looking for ideas to expand everything. And so that's why I love it so much. But a lot of people think that, they can just kind of put 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, 30 minutes in, find a $100,000 product, and then pretty much go on with their life, not reading about the success mindset, not really doing much to actually further their self-development, because your self-development is actually proportional to your success on Amazon and any income stream, on Shopify, dropshipping, whatever it is that you're doing, right? In this case, Amazon, your self-development is the most important. And if you're becoming an entrepreneur, you're going to have to adopt that mindset, and you're going to have to really put in the effort and adopt it as a way of life. So that's why we always want to go that extra step. While everybody else is putting 10 to 20 or 15 to 25, we're going to go that extra step, all right? So that looks good. We're going to hit search. And so the key here is, especially now, the web app obviously isn't as easy as it used to be, but it's still like 95% as efficient at finding products. And it's actually 100% as efficient if you have this mentality that I'm about to reveal to you guys right now. And the mentality is 99% of people, actually 99.9% of people use the web app because they're mostly new. Most people that sell on Amazon or that try to sell on Amazon, they've literally found out about it, a month ago, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but a lot of them just get filtered out because they get lazy, they get non-committed, and they just, maybe they try the first product, it doesn't really work that well. They haven't taken a course, they haven't taken a mentorship, or they don't have a mentor, right? And so I've been a mentor to thousands of people and thousands of students, and so many of them have become successful and have completely changed their lives with, for example, the Amazon Freedom course, which is is my course, right? But what I'm saying is that most people that start any kind of business, the reason why everybody works a 9-to-5 job and so few of society are entrepreneurs and successful entrepreneurs is because life is a filter and everything requires work and nobody wants to put in the work. So if you're going to put in the work here, if you're going to go that extra step, if you're really going to commit to this, then I guarantee you your life will completely change. You'll be able to travel. You'll be able to have the financial freedom you've always been looking for, and you'll just be able to change your life forever. My life has been changed forever since I picked up my very first copy of Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is one of my favorite books to date, because that book taught me about entrepreneurship, Millionaire Fastlane, countless other books that I talk about on my channel. But anyway, we're going off on a little bit of a tangent. So let's get back to Amazon here. But all these things are super important. It's not only the actual product research, it's the whole mindset, all right? But anyway, the secret to using the Jungle Scout Lab that nobody talks about is using it as a starting point. You want to use it as a starting point because if you use it as a starting point, you're not relying on this tool alone to find you awesome products, right? Because how do I know if this vintage gold plastic spoon set is actually making this much, right? Well, okay, we can cross-check it with the Chrome extension. All right, let's take a look. All right, so we're gonna pull up the Chrome extension here because we're gonna check out if it's actually selling this much. So as you can see, 8349. So it's pretty similar to what we see on the Jungle Scout Lab. But however, in a lot of cases, this number is very different from the Jungle Scout Lab to the Chrome extension. And that's why it's important to just use this as a starting point, because you can't always rely on these numbers. Guys, they're an estimate, all right? That's all they are. They're an estimate, but based on estimates and based on data, we can create an interpretation and we can kind of really, tell exactly how much we're going to sell, exactly how much money we're going to make, and what our profit's going to be, and whether a product's going to be worth it or not. So let's go ahead and keep looking. But all these things are crucial, and that's why I'm just so happy making this video for you guys, because you really can see the evolution of how to do product research. When I started, I had no idea what I was doing, and it's just you do something for a while, for so long, over and over again, and it just comes this stuff literally comes naturally to me. So anyway, by the way, 100,000 results, usually we wouldn't want this to be that high because your brain physically can't process that many results. What you would do is you would actually tighten these filters. So you would put 19 to 34, but we're not gonna obviously look at all of them in this video, but that's why for this video, we'll just keep them at that. So let's go ahead and see. So what we're looking for here, we're looking for niches, and the whole idea here is to potentially build a brand. So sleep masks, right? The sleep niche is an amazing niche. I personally know many people that have become super successful in this particular niche. Office chair cylinder replacement, that could be a patented product. That's why you always want to check this kind of stuff. And I show how to do all this in the Amazon Freedom course, and that is in the description below. And that's also my mentorship. So you get access to me one-on-one to ask me any questions that you may have with Amazon FBA or passive income through my personal Facebook. So let's go ahead and keep looking right here. Okay, so once you see a product like this that keeps repeating over and over again, you're going to write NCAA into exclude keyword, and that's going to get rid of all of them. So we're not going to do that here. We're just going to skip through all of them. So page 5. So the whole idea with the Jungle Scout Lab is it's just a starting point, but it's an amazing starting point because how would you think of sleep masks just on your own, right? You wouldn't, right? Either you're looking through Amazon or you're looking through Jungle Scout Lab. At least here you get some kind of data on that it fits your criteria with the reviews and the revenue. So let's keep looking. Page 8. We're still seeing these the hats. All right, yeah. So sometimes it can go on for a long time. let's keep looking. All right, so I got rid of the NCAA hats. There were literally 10,000 of them because our results went down by that much. So now we're not going to get spammed by NCAA hats. So now we're getting spammed by wedding party plastic wedding party plastic plates. So by the way, okay, another golden tip right here. Something like this could not be a good idea to go into because you want to differentiate and you want to actually add value to your product. So this is the whole approach. You want to do real entrepreneurship. You want to come in, you want to add value to your product, and you can't really add much value to a golden plastic plate. You can make it better quality, and the most important value that you're adding actually is your logo, because you're creating a brand. A lot of people, one of their biggest mistakes with Amazon is they're not even adding a logo to anything, and they're just trying to launch a random product like wedding plastic plates, a 40 pack of wedding plates, and then they're wondering, why is no one buying from them? Well, why would me as a customer, why would I buy your wedding plates if they look exactly the same as Joe's and Bob's and Steve's, right? So that's the whole premise here. That's what you guys have to keep in mind. So stemless wine glasses, this could be good. This design, stuff like that, keep in mind. This right here is making $12,000 a month, right? That's over $100,000 a year. That is over what most people make every single year from their jobs. Let's keep looking. So we've got eye masks here, and a great tip also is to check storefronts. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. But you can pretty much sell anything as long as it's not on the restricted list. Restricted products are super important to understand, and you want to make sure that the product you're getting into is not a restricted product. Also, keep in mind seasonality, mesh food tents, food covers for outdoors. I mean, nobody's going to be eating outdoors anymore because the summer season is over. And most people that buy on Amazon, at least in the USA, are probably in the USA. And most of them are, they live in a cold climate, so it's about to start getting cold. So this stuff you got to keep in mind. All right, let's keep going. You're not going to sell scientific calculators, obviously, because that is brand dominated. All right, so we've got some kind of a home bartender set, which actually looks very interesting. I've actually seen this before, but it wasn't marketed in this way. It was marketed just like a shaker set, but this is a home bartender set. 248 customer reviews, and let's take a look at the Keepa here. So it's been selling for 3 years. It's been selling for a while, and then if we take a look at the sales rank here, it's been pretty much selling the whole time. And the whole time it's been making, let's take a look, just from this one bartender set, it's been making about $10,000, slightly more. So it's been making $10,000 a month in passive income just from this bartender set. Now, how you would go about sourcing this is, suppliers are more than willing to actually combine products and change them. And, like this person right here, the seller has a mixology set insert here, which your supplier is more than happy to include as long as maybe you pay a little bit extra. But this is differentiation right here, a home bartender set versus just a shaker set. This is a home bartender set, and most people, what do they want to do if they're trying to buy a shaker set? Well, they probably want to become home bartenders, right? So that's how you got to think of things. All right, so let's keep looking over here. Baby bandana drool bibs, the classic product. I've seen this over and over again. For those of you that have been watching my videos for a long time, this is like the passive income OG right here, the baby drool bibs. I've never sold them personally, but they're just like one of the most competitive things on Amazon. But this stuff you also kind of learn on your own. All right, so we got a letterpress thank you cards and self-seal envelopes, magnetic hooks, heavy-duty hooks. So let's take a look at these right here. So actually, I'm going to increase the revenue here, because it's like the 8,000 revenue is a good sweet spot because it's not too competitive down there. Like, if you're making money, if a seller is making $8,000 a month, there's not going to be too many sharks that are going to try to go and take his place, right? And so you want stability with passive income. You want long term, and I want you to change your life, not in the short term, not for the next month, but for the long term, right? And so that's why you got to keep in mind things like that. All right, we'll go fast here now. So page 4, let's keep looking right here. Window curtain icicle lights, that's interesting. All right, so baby bandana drool bibs. So one thing we can do is we can actually pull up the storefront as well. So everything that looks interesting, everything that you want to investigate further, just right click, open in a new tab, and that's what we're doing right here. Okay, so just plastic cups, we already saw those. Under eye, gel pads. Let's take a look over there. And blackout curtains for bedroom. That's interesting. That's definitely not seasonal because it's going to be bought all year. And then we've got nursery curtains as well. So this one's specifically for astronomy theme moon star drapes. It's cool. $30. It's a good price point. You've got a great profit right there. Cotton kids hooded beach bath towels. So that's seasonal, obviously. So let's keep looking. Blanket baby sleeping bag. Okay, I have no idea. Some of these things just like, the rule is the weirder the things are on Amazon, like the weirder the products you find, the better they might do. It's not always a rule, but typically it's been the pattern. So like solder steel wire connectors, so many people have sent me this product and have asked me whether it's good or not. The problem with this thing is it's super technical. Do you even know what you're selling with solder steel wire connectors? That's number one. And number two, if you've got no knowledge with it, one thing you have to realize, it's a commodity. Like, why would someone buy your solder steel wire connectors? They're going to be the same, between Bob, Steve. So you got to figure out a way to differentiate, like the bartender set. That's really good. Electric nail drill set. Okay, so this one's a set as well. And this one's actually sold by a Chinese seller. So that's also a great thing. If it's sold by a Chinese seller, it shows you there's a direct opportunity to improve on the listing, to improve on the product, and to come in with your marketing skills because you actually probably speak English better than this manufacturer right here. A lot of Chinese sellers, they just sell straight on Amazon. Well, the reason why they'll always lose is because they don't know how to market things. So if we look at this guy's listing right here, so right here, if we look at this manufacturer's listing, as you can see, it's like the pictures are non-existent. They're super technical. Nobody really wants to see like, like blueprints and things like that when they're buying electric nail drill sets. They want to see pictures with models. They want to see pictures of it being used in action, right? Like, so there's no real marketing here, and that's why these sellers will always lose. So this one right here is making $27,000 a month. And then if we search it up in all departments, it might be too competitive, but let's take a look. So you always want to search the most general keywords. So nail drill set, all right? Nail drill set, because that one's 11 and 1. Electric nail drill. So electric nail drill, I guess. Maybe we can try that. Electric nail drill. All right, and so also another thing is to keep in mind how many searches these keywords have. So that's something you can find out in Jungle Scout. All right, so as you can see right here, this is actually a great opportunity. Very, very good revenue. The reviews, like there's not even a single one here that has 1,000 reviews. There's one of these that's making $5,000 a month and only has 12 reviews, which means he started selling very recently. 40 reviews, making $5,000 a month, right? And by the way, if you look at this thing, the opportunity score, it's great just to have an idea, but it's not always accurate. It's just a suggestion. That's why the best thing to do is to learn how to actually interpret these numbers. So could be a good idea if you massively improve on the product here. So the more competitive the product is, the more you would have to differentiate, because then if you find a way to differentiate really well, Amazon's actually going to rank you on the first page. So this one's been selling for 400 days with no reviews. They might have gotten the reviews wiped, which is a thing. It can happen. 18,000 a month. Yeah, that sounds kind of off a little bit. But anyway, burlap table number wine bag. So if we take a look at what this is, 11 to 20, that's interesting. But it's sold by a Chinese seller. If it's like Oh Yeah Me Who or whatever, that's a Chinese seller. So burlap wine bags, or table wine bags. Sometimes it's like it's even hard to like figure out what these things are. So burlap wine bags. All right, so we got them here. There's like no reviews for any of them. And okay, so that's how you know not to do a product, because there's obviously no demand. There's only demand for one of these, which was like this one right here, I believe, 26,000, I think. So you don't want to look at the first three because those are always sponsored. But this one right here, if we look, 26,000. So yeah, that one's not it's a beach tote bag. Okay, so let's keep looking. So now we've got a good amount of products open. So let's go ahead and see what we can find out. So dream sleep mask. So if we go to all departments and then type in sleep mask, right? This is probably too competitive, but we can still take a look. So right away, the price point is too low, so we're not going to do it, but it could be a good niche, and that's why we want to check out the brand Dream Sleeper. So we're going to click on Dream Sleeper, the brand. You want to make sure you click here, not there, and then we're going to pull up what they've got here. So let's take a look. Okay, so they're selling inflatable travel pillows, silicone earplugs. All right, so that could be good. And then right here, if you lose it, we will replace it for free. They've got that literally in their title right here. A great way is to actually make two listings for your product and market them a little bit differently. That way you capture two different markets. So that's also a great technique that I personally use. Silicone earplugs. Let's try that with pull tabs. So silicone earplugs, these things are surprisingly not that competitive. So let's pull them up here. All right, so let's take a look at these silicone earplugs right here. So I searched up silicone earplugs, and I did that because I saw the listing and it was making money. So let's pull up the Jungle Scout Chrome extension, and we're gonna take a look to see whether they're making actual money. So as you can see, a lot of sellers are making a lot of money at like 30 reviews right here. So reusable silicone earplugs. So a lot are making money. So right here, this one. This is a good one to model. So $9.99 price, a little bit on the low side. We're gonna try to go for the higher price point because that's where most of the profit is. So right here, Max Pillow soft silicone earplug. So 4-pack. So you'd wanna do a 4-pack. So let's go ahead and pull up Alibaba. And if we pull up Alibaba, we can see exactly how much the unit price for these earplugs would be. All right, silicone earplugs. That was an interesting first suggested search result. All right, so it like ranges anywhere between 8 cents a pair. For the blue ones that we saw there, would still be about a $4 profit margin, which is if you sell them in a lot, like a $4 product, if you're selling 1,000 of them a month, that's $4,000 a month in pure profit, right? So if we want to emulate this one right here, Max Pillow, so 37,000, 29,000. We would go for some higher quality ones. So Silicone earplugs probably like clear or silver. I think they're clear right here. All right, so right here about $3.85 to $4.30 a pair. So times 4, that would be about a $15 per unit. 100 pairs minimum order, so that doesn't really leave much room for profit. Although there is a way where you can use 1688.com, which is the Chinese version of Alibaba, and you can actually search up silicone earplugs in Chinese, just use Google Translate, and if you search that up there, you'll be able to see the actual price. And you can use that as a negotiation tool with your supplier here. And so that would be our goal if we wanted to do that product. But let's take a look at some of the other stuff here we got. All right, so we had a listing with a clear table protector. So I just went ahead and searched up table protector, and we found that from the Jungle Scout web. So for these table pads, for the clear table pad right here, obviously it's a great opportunity because 136 reviews, $65.99. It's probably not too expensive to source, although it is big. So a lot of people would shy away from that. So then we had a listing with window curtain lights. And so I just went ahead and searched up LED window curtain lights. And if we pull up the Jungle Scout, we're going to be able to see whether it's too competitive or it's good to get into. And so right here we can see it's obviously there's a brand right here, Twinkle Star, and it's making a killer amount of money, $200,000 a month, $34,000 a month. And then right here we've got 46 reviews making $10,000 a month. So right here, that's the one that we saw, I believe. 75 reviews, this one's making less. So there's a reason why one is making less and one is making more, and you really have to look at the listing, at the product closely, at the reviews, and you'll be able to tell all the information you need to make money is here. Like, you just need to open your eyes and really put an effort and really take a look at what's going on here. So if you want to do this product, it could be a great product. You just have to be familiar with the Amazon restrictions on LED lights. I know that they got some restrictions for LED lights, but if you can get all the documents from your supplier, then you'll be good to go because that's what Amazon needs. So another great product right there. And then let's take a look at this one. So this one's an electric nail drill. So let's pull up the Jungle Scout for this one. So with this one, it's a cosmetic product. It's a great opportunity to start a brand, and then do a little bit more to differentiate. Maybe change the color of the of the electric nail drill because all of them are pink. Maybe make it a different color, and Amazon would actually boost it to page 1 without you having to launch a giveaway and give away like a ton of units, right? So that's the key right now in late 2018. It's to actually differentiate enough so that Amazon takes your product and actually sees that it's different, and they're going to want to show the customer that different product on the first page. So right here we've got all of these products making a ton of money with 600 reviews, 300 reviews. Not a single one of them has 1,000 reviews, and so even 12 reviews, and it's making $5,400 a month. So as you can see, another great opportunity right here. So let's keep looking. This one right here, we're not going to do this product, but we're going to take a look at the storefront, and we're going to see what other products they're selling right here. Eyeliner stamps. Let's open up Jungle Scout, and we'll see which ones of these are making money. So pretty much all of them, excluding the essential oil set. So this one right here is super interesting actually. So this one is Korean skincare, and even with my Shopify product research that I've been doing, I've noticed that the Korean skincare niche has been getting popular lately. And a way to tell is if we go on trends.google.com, and I show this in the Shopify video on my channel. I've got a ton of amazing videos for how to start an e-commerce business, things like that. And Amazon, of course, like you're watching here, but Korean skincare, this is an example of a long-term growing niche. As you can see, if we put it to the past 5 years, you'll see that it's been on an upward trend, right? So that shows that it's great to start on Amazon because the demand is only going to go up. So where was it right here? So this one right here was a Korean facial mask pack of 10. So right here, this would be a great product to source from the United States because then you wouldn't have to run into any trouble with customs or anything like that, because if you source any masks from China, it's possible, but you absolutely need to make sure that your Chinese supplier has all the documentation for Amazon. But yeah, something to make sure. But what's important to know is that also if you just source things from America, if you find products that you can't source from China, you can always source them from America. And all you got to do is Google your product and then just type in manufacturer USA. You'll find an American manufacturer, and you won't have to deal with any problems that you might run into with a Chinese supplier, getting it through customs and things like that. So with any product, there's an amazing opportunity that exists, especially in late 2018, to do to start a cosmetic brand or a supplements brand or things like that you weren't really able to do before with China. All you got to do is just do that with an American supplier. That way it's about the same price, and the profit is going to be high, especially if you aim for the higher price points like $20, $30, $50, $100, right? So Korean facial mask. So this one right here is making $12,000 a month. just from this one product, just from these skincare masks. That's more than most people make after going to university for 4 years, after spending $100,000 on a university degree, and not even getting like a 100% chance at becoming a slave, right? Because that's all it does is it makes you a slave for $40,000 a year, and they don't even have a 100% chance of getting even that because they have to compete neck and neck with all these other students with these same degrees. So that's why I hope you guys can see how amazing of an opportunity e-commerce is today and Amazon FBA, because you're basically capitalizing on Amazon's success and on Amazon's massive amount of customers. So it's the perfect way to start an e-commerce business online. It's Amazon FBA because it just has so many customers. You don't have to pay for any paid traffic or anything like that. And there are millions of products that you can do that are just absolutely amazing and that have extreme profitability potential. So let's search up Korean skincare, and we'll take a look and we'll see if this product shows up for that search term. So I don't see it yet, but all these products, like any of these liquids, right? Any of these liquid things, they could be really good, especially if it's a Korean thing, like a Korean skincare, because it's a trend. So this one right here, 49 reviews, right? And we can see if this one's making money. So this one's some kind of a facial essence, all right? So let's see. So 30,000 a month, all right? So clearly making a ton of money. Soul Cuticles, right? So it's only been selling for 100 days. So can you imagine from zero to $30,000 a month in 3 months? All right, with one product. So as you can see, it's an amazing opportunity. So let's keep going. Let's take a look at some other products right here. So we had the earplugs that we took a look at, and I think we had a couple more. So magnetic hooks I wouldn't do because they are like, there's no way to actually brand these things, right? So you're just going to sell a commodity again. So anyway, just to finish off, let's see some of the other stuff that we can find here. And all right, so rose quartz roller and gua sha. All right, so that looks like a really great opportunity right here. So it's a rose quartz roller. All right, so this one right here, if we pull up the Jungle Scout, this actually looks like an amazing product. $26,000 a month, 88 reviews, great price point, a ton of profit to be made. And if we search this up, rose quartz roller, and we pull up the Jungle Scout for it, it literally like has no reviews. So this is like the perfect product. So let's pull up the reviews right here. Okay, so 8,000. So this is going to grow like 5 times by the Christmas time, I guarantee you. There's only one of these with the set right here. So this is perfect. Super easy to source off Alibaba. There's going to be like 1 million suppliers doing this. So right here, a great opportunity. One of you is going to take this and you're going to make a killer amount of money, especially in Q4. Make sure you order enough units because you're going to sell out like crazy. Also, make sure that your supplier knows how to ship these things without breaking them, because that could also be a concern. Like, think from the customer's point of view, everything that can possibly go wrong when they get the product, right? Just think about that, all right? And as long as you take into account like those concerns, you'll be great. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys learned all the techniques and absorbed all of them and are putting them into action. A lot of you that are watching this video, you guys might be, you guys just like might take the value from this video. You might try for 5-10 minutes and you might not do anything. And, then you really can't complain about the fact that in 6 months, in a year, in 2 years, your life hasn't changed. But ask yourself this one question. If you knew all these techniques right now, 1 year ago, how different would your life be today? It's a great thought experiment because it's just all in your mind, and it's all about your ability to learn. It's all about your willingness to learn and your tunnel vision, all right? As long as you commit to making 6 figures a year, 7 figures a year from your Amazon FBA business, you will. There's no ifs, no buts, as long as you don't half-ass the effort and you actually go all in. So I hope you guys found a lot of value in my product research sessions today, and most of all, I hope you guys took the mindset. The mindset is what's the most important thing, because that's where I see most beginner entrepreneurs failing more and more, is that mindset. They try to just find a product that's going to make them, a millionaire overnight, right? And it's like this get rich quick attitude that we see so often, right? That's not going to get you anywhere, all right? You're in this for the long term, and I want you to change your life for the long term. So really adopt that mindset, that entrepreneur mindset, and really commit to it and put effort into it, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys are interested in a complete step-by-step blueprint to making 6 and 7 figures a year on Amazon FBA, then go ahead and join the Amazon Freedom course. Link is right down below, and you also get my mentorship where you'll be able to send me a message, and as soon as you're in there, send me a message, and then I'll be able to answer you, and I answer answer every single day on my personal Facebook profile, where you'll have the ability to chat me and ask me any questions to do with Amazon FBA. So invaluable. The price of the course is worth the mentorship alone 10 times over. So I'll see you in the course. The link is right down below. So once again, hope you guys enjoyed. And for those of you that joined the Amazon Freedom course, I'll see you in there in the mentorship. And for the rest of you, just stay tuned for the awesome videos coming up. And I've got a ton of the best content on how to start your journey towards passive income freedom with Shopify dropshipping with Amazon FBA on my channel. So check out those videos, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, and I'll see you guys soon.